So guys, it's been a little while since we've had a content update in Insurgency Sandstorm, but what we've got recently is some new info on what's going to be coming next. And not just that, but we've also got a bit of a heads up on the state of the console release. So guys, this is BillyEatWorld again, and let's find out. Alright guys, how you going? Welcome to the video, and to kick off, like I said, in a recent community Q&A and this week's state of production post from the Sandstorm dev team, we've got quite a bit of stuff to talk about. And first up, well, you might want to know if you're in the US that Sandstorm will actually be at PAX East in Boston at the end of this month. Now, apparently John and Dara from the community team will be there if you want to say hi, and apparently we've also been told to stay tuned for more info on the console release date. And apparently at PAX East, they're also going to be testing out controller support, which will, quote, likely serve as the foundation for controller configurations for the console release. Now, speaking of the console port, well, unfortunately we still don't have a solid release date yet. But what we do now know, though, is that apparently it is finally running on the PS4 and Xbox One, and what they're doing is just optimizing it to run with the more limited console memory constraints. Now, the other thing we've learned this week is that the devs are planning a beta test on console, so hopefully that means if you're new to the franchise, you'll actually have a chance to try it out before you choose to buy. But unfortunately, apart from that, that's really all the devs have given us so far. Quote, the console port has made substantial progress, but we're not quite ready to reveal it to the public. Now, moving on, the other big topic the devs have been speaking about recently is the spring major update, which apparently could be coming as early as March. And according to the devs, it's going to include a new map, new cosmetics, and 2 new weapons, but by the looks of it, it will be separate from the console release, which is still scheduled for spring as well. Also, I should mention, if you look at this week's State of Production post a bit closer, what you'll see is the new map, called Power Plant by the way, was the map originally intended to be the exclusive early access map for console. But I think if I'm understanding the wording of the post correctly, presumably because it's already been on the PC CTE, the team have decided not to use this one for the console launch, and it looks like they're developing another new map to fill this role instead. Now, as well as the new map, apparently the devs are also going to be releasing the community modding tools with the spring update as well, which honestly is really good news because, I mean, that means we're going to start to see a flow of community content being generated, which will hopefully fill the long drawn out gaps between the major updates. Not just that, but another thing that the devs have mentioned will be coming in the spring update is support on all of the current maps and all upcoming maps for the domination game mode, which once again is another really good piece of news because apparently this mode has proved to be pretty popular, and like I've said before, it's a great one for new players to jump into. Now, as for the spring update, well, that's really all we know so far, but the last thing I want to talk about in this video is a few of the other things that have been hinted to be coming later on in the year. For example, we heard a few months ago that toggleable weapon optics were coming to the game, and well, we now know the devs are planning to release them in their fall update. Also, you might remember the devs have previously announced that they were working on night maps, and well, apparently they're going to be coming in the summer update. And once again, we don't have too much info on this, but what we do know is they'll, quote, be primarily geared towards co-op, but they will be playable on PvP, on community servers, and possibly in limited time playlists. And finally, just on that note, and please take this next bit with a grain of salt because I am piecing together a few bits of info here, but it looks like there's a good chance that the summer update is going to be called Nightfall. And according to the devs, it's going to be, quote, the biggest update ever planned. Not really sure what that actually means just yet, but obviously it does sound pretty cool, right? And look, apart from the name, we don't really have much info on this update apart from the night stuff I mentioned earlier, if that is in this one. But one thing we do know is that the devs will be overhauling the AI. Quote, "This includes improving the consistency of AI behavior for both day and night maps, better supporting new and community-created co-op modes, and future modes that we release." But anyway, guys, that just about wraps up this quick news update. So as always, make sure you let me know what you think in the comment section down below. And as always, I'll leave links to the full official posts down in the description. And not just that, but I'm also going to put some info down there on the next official community update stream if you want to tune into that for more info as well. But anyway, as always, though, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And please feel free to check out the links in the description if you want to see any more of these videos. And also, don't forget you can find my Twitter and Discord links down there as well if you want to keep in touch. And as always, until next time, see you later and have a good one.